In the application availability section of this lab, we're going to do some setup of our RocketChat deployment. First, let's navigate to the route that we created earlier through the web console, and then go through the setup wizard for RocketChat in our web browser. Enter your details in the admin info section of the setup wizard and then click continue. Next, enter some fictional organization info into the next section of the wizard and click continue. Next, complete the server info section of the setup wizard and make sure to choose private team as the server type. In the final page of the setup wizard, make sure to change to choose keep standalone, then click continue. Currently, our RocketChat application is just running on one pod, and this means it's not going to be highly available, and the application could be terminated abruptly if the pod crashes or if it needs to be terminated to perform maintenance on the cluster. So let's simulate what would happen if we lost the availability of that pod. I'm going to navigate back to the web console, find the pod for our RocketChat deployment, and then from the menu, I'm going to click to delete pod and then choose delete. Let's refresh our application and we'll notice that the application is not available because the one pod that was running it is now down. The new pod that's been created by our deployment will take some time to get up and running and ready, so our application will be down until that happens. One way that we can make our application more available is to change the number of pods that are running. So to do this, I can click on the Actions button of my RocketChat deployment and then edit the pod count. And in this case, I'm going to choose 2 pods. We could also achieve the same thing using the command line interface, using the OC scale command, and define the number of replicas or pods that we would like to see running. I'm going to wait until both of my pods are ready, and then we'll do some more testing. After waiting some time, both of our pods are now ready and running our RocketChat deployment. So if I refresh our RocketChat tab here, we can see that our application is now running. So now let's go back to our RocketChat deployment and delete one of those pods to see what would happen. So now if I refresh my RocketChat application, we can see that it is running a little slowly, but it is still running. And in a few moments, we should see the application continue to work, even though we deleted one of those pods. And that's because our second pod is now running that application and keeping it available. I've demonstrated the following steps using the web console, but there are also command line steps here where you can achieve the same thing of monitoring the application after deleting one of the pods.